When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to the Palouse, home in Washington Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Washington State Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Arizona State's offense will go to work first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw, man, so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, winning at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
At the 40, there he goes. Wide open, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Washington State's offense has the ball for the first time. And David, if you like big plays, and I know you do, and highlight real catches, and I know you do, we've got a guy for you on this offense.
Man, it's so fun to watch him, not for defensive coordinators, defensive players, but this is a guy that can make plays all over the field. He will be highlighted, just the speed, the playmaking, the catching ability. Jesse, he will make plays early and often.
Man, it is so nice as a quarterback when you have a guy like that lining.
There he goes! And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
On the defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. The play action fake. Under fire. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Let's step back here and chat a little Washington State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough, but it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a 3-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this 3-star the ball.
Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Levin. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33. And that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Guys, when you think about Arizona State, this is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Got it in the middle, it's Ross. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
And the Sun Devils come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Steps away. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Sun Devils will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Washington State sends out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Scanning the field, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, a lot of space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Washington State will have to boot it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll leave it with him. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Gets it past the marker. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Man, what an opening quarter for this offense. They've got it again, first and into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sun Devils. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Florida State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Seminoles ever do that? We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option, the give. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Working the big fella to the corner. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Grabbed in the middle, it's Watson.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Washington State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake is going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Throwing on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Sun Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum.
Turning it on! Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Gets down with the slide.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Caught over the middle. It's Berry. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. A strike downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Sun Devils are rolling down the field. Dances away. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Tuggle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Off play action. Lost one deep down the right side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Watson. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Arizona State has the ball back and the offense making its way onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Grabbed behind the line, it's Berry. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. And the Sun Devils can really attack on this second and short. And some room to work. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Snagged out of the air. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the defense.
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Arizona State!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
He's got the tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They boot it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? Safe completion on the screen. At the 45, on his way. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Levitt. With the catch, it's Ross. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they make the play to to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Looks like you've had a very enjoyable day there today in Pullman.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Berry. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Quickly to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Scrambling away. He wants it all. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Power football with the run. Hard running there. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Get a big play like that last one. You flip the field. You change the momentum. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 38. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. To the air, it's Levin. Catch in the middle, it's Ross. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Tuggle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Firing to the right, complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had...
Touchdown, Arizona State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This drive will open from the 15. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Sun Devils! How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Now the play fake. Got his man downfield. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Leaves it with the running back.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
He'll keep it on the sneak. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Washington State sent out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Arizona State has the ball back, and the offense making its way onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football, great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
And the Sun Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll go to the toss. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. The Sun Devils trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arizona State! They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top, and the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Washington State will have to boot it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. The give to the back.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Sun Devils really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting first downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on third down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.